Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a review on my two helmets that I got. I got Aniki Cosplay versus Eric0101. Both of them are quality helmets, but they do have their subtle differences, and I'll be doing a full review on each one of the helmets individually and showing you subtle differences that they both have and give you my honest opinion. So here we go. Alright, so here we go guys. As you can see, I got three helmets here. I'm going to be starting with the Aniki Cosplay helmet first. And fair warning, please excuse the video because I'm using my cell phone for this. And, oh no, just fair warning, this might not be all great. But here we go. First thing about this helmet is it looks absolutely spectacular. There is nothing wrong with it, flawless. But over time when you do use this thing, because of the way he does cut this thing, he doesn't cut this along the back seam line like how they did with the shell. He does center cut his helmets. So when you do use this helmet over time, the way it opens, it will chip, just barely. If you got a marker, just dab it in there, here and there, but it's not that big of a deal. Just make sure you're extremely careful with your helmet. And yeah, it's the only issue I have with this thing. Mine is autographed by Jason David Frank, by the way. But yeah, this helmet I just think is absolutely spectacular. The breathe holes in it are awesome. The helmet, if you don't have a helmet or own one, it's pretty sturdy and everything, but if you drop it on the ground, it will crack into pieces. So be extremely careful with your helmets. They are delicate. You open it up here. Show you the inside. Not really much to it. Got the padding. Kind of dark in there, sorry guys. Yep, just got the padding. Not really much going on in there. Got the keys to make sure it fits right. All clamps together well. Which it does. Like I said, sorry for this, I'm using my cell phone. But yeah. And when you do open it, and let me show you guys exactly the problem. When you open it, even so slightly, if you look at it, boom, that is the palm right there. You open it, a little bit of friction right there. Little bit of friction. So be extremely careful when you're taking off and putting on your helmet. It's not that big of a deal, but some people don't like it. I personally don't like it, but something that I can live with. But yeah, breathe holes. Love my helmet. A lot of people, when they see this thing, they just freak out. Especially if they know what Power Rangers are. They love it. But yeah, here's my Aniki Cosplay helmet. This thing, if you buy it online from him, it probably costs about $350 to $500 depending on a sale, but yeah. And I'll show you Eric next. Okay guys, here's my Eric0101 helmet. Oh wow, the diamond looks like it's glowing. But yeah, there's a little backstory to this helmet. I custom ordered this one because I was going for the Zoo Ranger look. So this helmet does not have outer This helmet does not have outer clasps like this helmet does. And I got them on the inside, and also the visor, I didn't attach it because I got something planned for it, and it's gonna work out beautifully, which I plan on doing in another video. Plan on doing like a visor effect with that, like how motorcycles have, so you could flip it up and down so you could get extra air. But yeah, with Eric's helmets, he does the seam line like how they should be, but for some reason, even though this helmet was brand new, never touched it before, he sent it with chips coming from the seam line. And when I messaged him about it, he said, "Oh yeah, that happens sometimes." Yeah, I get that, but dude, why would you send me a helmet already with chips in it? You'd figure you'd paint it or touch it up or something, let me chip it myself, not send it chip, but he didn't really care too much, so watch out for that. But his helmets are beautiful. He did his breathe holes like this for some reason. It seems to be working fine for me. I don't really have any complaints about that. But yeah, this helmet. One difference that I do notice between the two is the feel of them. This helmet does feel a little thinner for some reason, and it does feel a lot lighter. I noticed that almost immediately between the two. The color is different, as you can see, just a little off. Not really sure which one I prefer. I haven't tried it with my costume yet, but we'll see. And I'm gonna open this guy up. And if you can see inside right here, here are the inner clasps. Ugh, I don't know why I can't pronounce that for you guys. Yeah, there they are. Inner clasps. Got one right there. One right there. And this helmet isn't hard to take apart, but I'm trying to be very delicate with it. Okay, and this is what I want to show you guys. He also did this for me. Didn't tell me he was gonna do it, but did it anyway. He attached the tops with magnets instead of elastic strip. I'm not unhappy about that. I'm not complaining about it, but he did it, and I didn't know about it beforehand. It would have been cool if he would have done the magnets for inner clasps, because this thing is so hard to put back on. Like, when I'm trying to get this helmet on, getting the magnet on is no problem because it's a magnet. It just goes on really quick. But getting these inner clasps on, oh my goodness, it takes me a good minute to put it on, and when I'm being extremely careful. It's not snap-on like that. Let me give you a small preview. Look at, here's how easy the magnet works. Magnet just touches. And here's my other issue with this helmet. It seems like it doesn't overlap the way it should. Like, this should be right next to each, lined up, and this should be lined up. It seems like this back panel is spread out a little farther than the helmet is, and because of that, it is a little difficult to put these clamps on, but just sort of gotta pinch them together. I don't know if you can see that. This is me trying not to force it, because this thing is made of thin fiberglass. Got one. And I'm doing this one-handed, holding my cell phone. And there's the other one. And just lightly. And it's clamped. But when you do that with the helmet on, and you're facing forward and you're reaching in the back of your head trying to do that, it's a little difficult. I knew that was going to happen because I ordered this helmet, but I did not think the back panel was going to have that issue. So that's my only issue with this thing. We put these side by side, and Eric is on the right, Aniki's on the left. The only problem I have with these helmets are, like how I showed you, are the little paint chipping right there on this helmet. Besides that, this helmet's fine. And the only issue I have is the paint chipping on the back of this helmet as well that came with it. But both helmets are beautiful. Both helmets are, I would say, show quality. But personal opinion, I'm gonna say go with Aniki Cosplay. Both of them have an extremely long wait time for helmets. Sometimes they have ready to go helmets, but I custom ordered my helmet with a 1-month guarantee from Eric0101 Cosplay, and it took a little over 6 months. I know he had issues with his shop, but 6 months. No, and I had to message him every single time to see what was going on. Aniki isn't that much better with wait times, but and I'm just a little peeved about that, and him sending it a little damaged. But besides that, both helmets work fine. They are very snug on the head, so if you don't got a small head, or if you got an extremely large head, I don't know. Be cautious with that. I think it's perfect on me. Both the paint jobs are a little bit different. I think Eric's is a little bit better. It's a little glossier. It just seems a little better. This, you can almost, it seems like something that's spray painted. I don't know. This seems like it's a little more professional. But the seam lines on each helmet are very well done. These helmets are awesome when it comes to the seam lines. I have no complaints about those, but check this out. Look down the middle, beautiful. Look down the middle, little crooked at the end, but no one's ever gonna notice. These helmets are beautiful. Really, you can't go wrong with either one, but I paid $500 for this, long wait time. I bought this with my costume, but this you could get around minimum $350. Maximum, I'd say around $500. But yeah, Eric is gonna be $500 no matter what. You can get the kit from Eric. I paid $120 for the kit, but sometimes you could get them for $80. Well, I hope you guys liked my review. Check me out on Facebook, AZ Green Power Ranger. Alright, see you guys later.